excited to have you all here at the opening of the Timeline. I know that this library has been an institution in this community for a very long time, but this gives us a real visual representation of how long this library has been here and been such a community anchor and institution. You'll see it'll begin right here, and the library was founded even before Lincoln was assassinated, and moves right on through and move you downstairs, and you'll see we're asking everybody questions about what do they think they're going to be doing in the library in 2040. So this has been an important institution for a long time and will be through the future. So I really want to thank the staff, and especially Brent and Shanice and Rasika for doing such a wonderful job on the Timeline. So appreciate that. And Michael too. So as part of the 150th celebration of the library, we'll be having another big event during Stay and Play weekend on September 17th. There's going to be a birthday bash for the library out in the parking lot if it doesn't rain. So everybody hope that'll be nice. And we're so appreciative that you're all here, and I just want to bring up our village president, Sheena, to talk a little bit about the library.
Hi, everyone. I'd like to invite my colleagues on the Board of Trustees to come join me. With me is Deborah Davis-Ford, Stephen Schnall, Walter Clark, and Jeff DeBowie. I want to thank all the folks who are involved with the library. That's our employees, Melissa especially, the Friends of the South Orange Public Library. Tonya Moore, where are you at? Tonya? Round of applause for you.
Where you at?
Where are you at? There you go, preposition, I like that. And also, especially, like I see Sandy here, who's always a champion at trying to get people to donate books, donate money.
In a friendly way.
In a very friendly way. And if you say no, she'll still come after you. And then we also have all the members of the board for the library. Karen, are you here? Karen? Karen was such a wonderful champion for me to learn about all the different plans for the library, for the Connect building, the future of something that I think is transformative for our community. I would start by saying that I don't see this as just a library. It has kept up with the times. It's become interactive. It's become what I believe is a very strong community center for our entire community and for all the residents in our community, especially our youth who are using new innovative tools to connect with people, understanding social media a little bit better, and then for our senior citizens who are gaining information and learning those exact same tools. So I'm just so thrilled, and on behalf of the governing body, this is just a momentous occasion. We're excited for the big birthday bash. Hopefully there's going to be some cake and maybe some cocktails afterwards. And I thought that
heard you were bringing those.
I am. I got some great sangria. And so the big thank you, and I thought what would be really fun for the governing body is we each have a very small experience of our first interaction with the library and what it means to us. For me, it was about 2003. I just got to South Orange. I was trying to learn a little bit more about village government. Of course, I would be wanting to learn about village government. And so the people in freshman studies said, you know, there's a very strong South Orange Public Library. If you want to learn more about the community, stop in there. And so whoever was working at the desk at the time pointed me to Village Hall, told me about government, told me a little bit about the history of South Orange, and that's kind of all where it started, was a freshman advisor saying, head to the library if you want to learn a little bit more about the community. So that was my first interaction with this wonderful facility.
My daughter is responsible. I came to this beloved village in 1994, and I wanted to instill in her my passion for reading. I'm a voracious reader. Even now I read from 30 or 40 news links a day on my mobile app. But
Including Facebook.
Including Facebook. But it started in my hometown, which is East Orange. The library it was where I could go and spend a lot of time and just escape. So I came to this beautiful little library in probably the fall of '94, and today my daughter, who will soon be 25, I can't believe it, it has become such a avid reader of everything that she even still walks around. She still likes the books, even though she's a techie. So thank you, South Orange Public Library.
All right, we'll do this. I get, my children are also probably responsible for my first ever encounters with the South Orange Library, and I think it may even have been Keisha. Anyway, the children's library is where we went to first, and they were always warmly welcome, and we would bring them back regularly, and they would let us know regularly that they wanted to come back to the library, just because it was such an open and warm and friendly place. And they continue to read to this day. It's a good thing.
So similarly, I guess it's fairly common that our children are what bring us here, but I actually want to talk about what brings me here regularly now, which is the community center aspect of the library. It's not just the books and the music and the interactive technology, but downstairs and the whole library becomes a welcoming place for our community. So I'll also mention Keisha and Melissa. It's great to work with you guys. I'm here monthly with Jan Zaveri for the Community Relations Committee, which is really kind of one of the committees that I love that's in South Orange, because all they do, that's sort of an ombudsman for our village, and it's just great to come here because I can regularly know that there are just going to be great people, Sandy, and just, you know, I look at the faces here, and having everybody around is just really, it's welcoming and wonderful, so that's my experience here.
Well, like my colleagues and many in the community, first interaction probably with the children, but I've been fortunate enough also to have reasons to use the library. Before things were digitized, this was the only place you could come, get microfiche, and look at back issues of the News Record. So, microfiche, right? and as we all, I'm dating myself. But as we all know, living in this community, a lot of times there are power outages that we're all subject to. And the library has Wi-Fi. You can come here, log on, and use your computer. It's a wonderful resource. The people here have always been very, very helpful in anything that I was looking to research, whether it was myself or one of my children who had a school project. You know, it's a great resource to have in the community, and thank you to all that make it possible.
I'll just close by saying just our commitment to everybody in this room and everybody in the community is that the Board of Trustees is fully supportive of moving together with the community center, with the library, understanding the Connect building needs, and that, you know, hopefully in a short period of time we will be having plans for how we can continue the success that has been to date and to celebrate the next 150 years. So thank you very much.
First thing I did when I moved to New Jersey to South Orange was come to this library. I went to that desk. Nancy, I wanted a library card. Nancy said, I need your ID, and looked at my ID. She said, we were neighbors. We went to the same library in Queens. We lived a few blocks away, and the rest is history. I think she's the one that got me into Friends. And everybody was very warm and welcoming. I just had to share that was the very first place I went, before I went to even Eden Gourmet.
I think we all have really wonderful library stories, which you can share downstairs when we're finished. So thank you so much, Sheena and the trustees, and I want to bring up Melissa Kopecki, the director of our library.
Hi, thanks you all for sharing stories, which was a great start. And I wonder what happens if I take this out. I do want to just add on and thank the wonderful staff, some of whom said, well, really, we're celebrating 150 plus years. We should represent some of those eras. So I'm going to take off my 1940s hat right now. But my librarian hat, it's always there. And Beth Halliday, the children's librarian, is here flower powering. And Shanice and her mom last night made an 1890s outfit for her to wear. This is the kind of staff this library has. They go above and beyond all the time. So a big warm thanks to all of them. A lot of what we think about and talk about and devote our creativity to is the future of the library. And we do have, I want to thank the village for being behind a roof project for the Connect building, which should be starting very shortly. So if you see part of this chained off or some work vehicles in a few of the parking spaces, think of that as a really positive thing, because here we are, we're starting. We're completely rehabbing the roof and the dormers of the building, and that will start very, very soon. So we also have been working with wonderful architects, and they did some lovely concept drawings, which are up here you might want to look at. I'm happy to talk to anybody about what the link would look like if we connect these two buildings and make much more, a much nicer entranceway, but also provide access to every part of the building and have a much greater sense of everything, that all the potential things you can do when you arrive in the building. That's what this space is about. So you might want to look at those, and hopefully that's not too far in the future. Somebody we didn't mention was Seton Hall, who is featured on the timeline, and Alan Delosier is the archivist of Seton Hall. I just want to point him out. He's one of our regular partners and is of invaluable help and support to me and all of us. Thank you. So I would like to think, though, that our creativity is a lot about the future. It's about the future spaces, the future of this building, the future of the community, and what are the services now and moving forward that we need to adapt. Some services haven't changed much. We still provide collections. The kinds of collections we're able to provide are greatly expanded. The number of hours we can provide access to a lot of our collections and resources is now 24/7 with the things that are available online. But we're always open to something new. In 1883, John Cotton Dana, who started the Newark Public Library and the Newark Museum and wrote the first ever manual for librarians, my favorite thing that he said in that manual was, the public library is first a place of public happiness. And that's something that hasn't changed either. But one of our newest services is that we were able to work with the state to be a host, one of just several libraries throughout the state, of the LEAP program. So who's going to come up and talk about that, which you can do way more effectively than I can?
Thanks so much, Melissa. Hi, everybody. My name is Mary Kearns Kaplan. I'm from the Talking Book and Braille Center at the State Library, and I'm here with Paul.
Hello.
Paul is from Advancing Opportunities, which is a nonprofit organization that are experts in teaching assistive technology. So you all have talked about, the common theme is this library is a community center. Well, Melissa and her staff have really taken another leap forward to embrace and open their arms to people who have trouble reading standard print. We serve people who have vision impairments, people who have reading disabilities, and people who have physical impairments that make it difficult to hold a book or read standard print. So we have partnered with Advancing Opportunities and the New Jersey Commission for the Blind and Visually Impaired to create the Library Equal Access Program that we're calling LEAP. And LEAP is, we partnered with 3 libraries last year. We're expanding to partner with 6 libraries to offer assistive technology on computers and to offer iPads in libraries. And Paul has offered the training here. The need for the services and training that we've been offering here at this library has been extraordinary. And the demand has been wonderful. Right, Paul?
Definitely. Yes.
Yeah, so I was here one day for a LEAP class that Paul was teaching. So the LEAP program was going on in one corner. There were about 20 Nigerian nursing students getting tutored on taking the state licensing exam. And on the other side of this floor were tax preparers helping people. So I was just blown away by what I saw going on this one floor of this library. And so Paul's going to say a few words.
Yeah, I definitely share that sentiment with Mary. This has been a welcoming, friendly library since day one. I stepped in here. They've gone above and beyond to not just make me feel welcomed, but the seniors that have been coming in for the classes. Everything from computers to the iPad. And I just have one success story that I would like to share out of many that have happened here. But is one client that would come here and get here early. I would arrive at 10 o'clock. He would have already been here since 9, 8:30 sometimes. And at first, he was the guy that was strictly on the computer using JAWS, which is a technology software that reads whatever is on the computer screen. So it turns your computer into a talking computer. And I mentioned to him that we're going to be offering iPad classes here, and he was like, "Oh, no, I'm not into that new technology stuff that you young people are into." And give it a chance. So one day he happened to be here when I had one, and he said, "I'm going to sign up for the class to give it a chance." So he came, and he took to it miraculously. He loved it. He wouldn't put it down. He loved it. And I just got a call from him this week saying that his daughter happened to be upgrading with Sprint, and they offered her a free iPad mini, and she gave it to him, and he loves it, and it's the best thing that ever happened to him. And he wanted to thank me and thank the library for giving him the opportunity and providing classes like that and exposing him to that technology that is really helping him live an independent life. So once again, thank you to Lindita, Brent, Keisha, all the staff that
And I forgot to tell you just a few things about LEAP. LEAP is for anybody 55 and older who has difficulty reading standard print because of a vision problem. So you do not have to be legally blind or blind, you just have difficulty reading standard print. And so we're introducing people to, as Paul said, JAWS, a text-to-speech reading program, Zoom Text, which offers magnification and text-to-speech reading, and Magic, which offers magnification, and Talking Typer. So it's an audio typing tutorial program. And then, as Paul mentioned, the iPads. Because there can be, for several reasons, an enormous digital divide for people that we serve. They may not be able to afford to have this technology at home, and they often don't have the opportunities to learn and get the training. So the partnership with Advancing Opportunities has been extraordinary. Rather than just put the technology in a library, let's train people, bring them up to the same level of knowledge and learning that everybody else is offered. So we just give you such an enormous hug, Lindita, Michael, Melissa, Keisha, everybody else here, to say thank you, thank you, thank you for offering this program and being such wonderful partners.
Thank you. We love to have the opportunity to more widely serve the community. Well, we're going to set up our ceremonial ribbon cutting with great big giant red scissors from another frequent partner, the South Orange Village Center Alliance. I just want to say one thing about the timeline. It starts here, 1864, William Beebe, yay. And it wasn't very long until they had women involved. This was not an all-men's organization. Long before women had the vote, they were on the library board. And it follows around, goes downstairs. The present is near the downstairs door, and to the future goes to the meeting room. But there are further details. There are 3 booklets of the timeline that you can walk with you. We also have a recorded version if somebody would like to listen to the timeline, and I'm happy to walk with anyone. So let's officially open it.
Turn around and just bring it over
Let's do
there.
it there. We got good dates. We got 1968. Great. We're coming your way, folks.
So, guys, it'd be great if you could be in the picture of the timeline cutting. So, you want to go over there? So Lola's going to help you. Here you go.
Can we do a smush?
Can everybody come
Yeah,
behind
just
and
come
join in the
forward
picture?
a little bit.
Melissa, what are you doing over there? Come on.
I'm going to take a picture and then I'll go
I got a picture.
Okay.
Come on.
I shall have the camera somewhere.
You ready? I'm going to help you with this.
Melissa, you really should be, Melissa, you really should be in this photo.
Come on in. We got plenty of space. Wait, let's scooch up this way so we get this covered. Come on up. A little further up. We're going to open, but we're not going to cut. Are you ready? We're just going to open and then pose.
You going to do a countdown?
Very nice.
Okay, want to do a 1, 2, 3 countdown?
Okay. Actually, no, let's start with 10.
Okay.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Thank you so much. So we hope everyone will walk the timeline and go downstairs to the community room and put their thoughts for the future of libraries. Thank you so much, everybody.
And we'll have a raffle, and did everybody give their emails?
Yes, I'm sorry, we forgot to mention.
Okay, there's walk the timeline and end up down in the future. Leave your ideas, your visions,
Emails.
your thoughts. You can leave your email addresses up here, the Friends and the Foundation, or have a table over here. The South Orange Public Library 150-year committee and the library board are selling swag over there. And brand new today, for the first time, you can buy South Orange Public Library, the coloring book. It is awesome. And the proceeds go to the library. Up they're flapping it around over there. So please make yourself at home, walk the timeline. The books are somewhere over there. You can take one if you like to walk with, and end up at the refreshments.
And one more thing, we have a raffle for some of the swag that we're selling. So downstairs there's a basket. If you just put your name and your email in there, we're gonna draw that in about 15 minutes. You don't have to be present to win.
Melissa, can I make one more announcement? Hey guys, if I can have your attention for just one more moment after you enjoy all the festivities here at the library today. A reminder from our lovely South Orange Village Center Alliance is that they are kicking off tonight the first ever food stroll and pub crawl. For $20 bracelets, which you can buy on Sloane Street today, there's about 15 restaurants participating, and you don't pay for any food. You can go to one of any of those places. It's Above, it's Bunny's, it's Tito's, it's Papillon, everything you can imagine. And then the pub crawl aspect are drink specials, assuming you're 21 years of age or older. So today on Sloane Street, all the way up to the event, it goes from 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock. So come enjoy all the food and drinks that South Orange has to offer. Thank you.
We also have the LEAP set up over here, and anybody who's interested, please go on over and you can learn a little bit more about it. And thank you, Sheena. I forgot to mention that. See you crawling later.